So I understand that you might be looking for some quick weight loss exercises. Now, let me be clear on something. Quick is a great idea, and I can certainly give you some things that you will feel difference in a very short period of time. But it's also important that you're patient with yourself. It's also important that you don't overdo it, and that when you do find some successes, that you're happy for your successes. Pat yourself on the back a little bit. Be happy for all the work that you're doing. Another good idea, especially if you have not started or haven't been doing exercise, is to make sure that you consult your physician. Make sure that he gives you the okay to do this so that everything is okay for you. Now, when we talk about weight loss, there's a couple things that are real important. Two things especially. One is that we take a look at what we're putting into our body. So good foods are certainly a good idea. Good foods give us energy. Good foods, many of them will actually help the fat burning process, will ramp up our metabolism. So good foods are extremely important. The other part that's very important is exercise. So make sure you get moving. Our bodies crave movement. They were built to move. They weren't built to sit and be sedentary. And so therefore the lifestyles that many of us have now are really counterproductive to what we should be doing. We should be out there moving, some type of movement, any type of movement. Now, some of the concepts that I'm going to explain to you, and they're very simple, but they're very important, and there are 5 concepts. One is that I'm going to talk to you about whole body exercise. So that means get your whole body involved when you exercise. Don't do isolation movements, because you can work as good or better if you're using your whole body. Okay, concept number 2 is make sure that you're working some speed and some explosive movement. Because when you get that speed ramped up, when you get your whole body moving quickly, it's unbelievable what you can do to your heart rate. It's unbelievable what you can do to that fat burning mechanism. It just gets it to a whole nother speed. The third concept, and an important one, is make sure you use some strength in your training, whether that be weightlifting, whether that be some band training. My personal preference is body weight exercise. I'm going to use my whole body, just my body. That way I don't need any special equipment. I can use my body any place I am, anywhere I am. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be able to get a good workout. Important concept number 4, make sure that in between exercises you're doing little or no rest. So try to go from one exercise to the other, keeping your heart rate, keeping your breathing moving at a good pace to burn that fat and to lose that weight. And the last one, the 5th one, is breathe effectively. Breathe deeply. Now, as you hear me go through these exercises, I'm going to take my time and do it slowly for you so we really make sure we get it right. But then I'm also going to move fast and you'll hear the breathing. So I'm going to be able to talk to you and work out, no problem, because I'm going to breathe from down deep. I'm going to utilize my lungs and really get the full capacity out of those lungs. Okay? Now, the exercises we're talking about, these are things that a lot of athletes like wrestlers, boxers, martial arts fighters, they've understood these concepts for a long time. Programs like P90X and Sanity are taking these concepts and really running with them. Good for those guys. They're putting out some good product. But it's about high intensity. It's about keep moving, and that's important. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to slowly go over a few of the exercises, break them down for you, make sure you've got them right, and then we're going to go ahead and speed this thing up a little bit. The first one is we're going to do a little sprinting. Now, I again have 2 hip replacements, so I don't try to do a lot of jarring. I walk a lot, but I'm not trying to do a lot of pounding type motion. So from here, when I'm sprinting, I'm keeping my feet closer to the floor. You can pick your knees up higher if you'd like. Again, bring them up to your chest as we really start going. But I'm going to concentrate on fast, short, tight, explosive movement. So I'm using my arms also, because when I use my arms and I pump them like I'm the little engine that could, tightening up the stomach, tightening up the chest. So this, again, sprinting, 10, 15, 30 seconds, maybe a minute as you get going, is all good stuff. Okay, let's work a little bit on boxing concept, because boxing is an entire body movement, and the power comes from twisting and turning of the hips and the core. Now, the punch I'm going to show you is a front hand punch. Okay, so we'll have our left leg forward, our feet approximately in walking distance, one shoulder width long, one shoulder width apart. The punch goes out right at the end, it turns over, and it comes right back again. It's like you're snapping a whip. Be careful you don't overextend it so you hurt your elbow, hyperextend your elbow. Now I'm doing this in a stationary position right now, but as I go faster, I'm going to move. I'm going to do 1 punch, 2 punches, 3 punches. So again, creating more movement with my feet, creating more energy, making that breathing ramp up even that much more. Okay, now I'm going to go down to the floor and we're going to cover some push-ups and some plank exercises. Okay, so from here, the plank can be done in a couple different ways. One is with your arms straight and on your knees. Now notice I don't have my back bent at all. My buttocks is not back. My buttocks is down so that my thighs, my body, my upper body, my lower body are all in line, so I'm doing good form. Now this same exercise, we can do it, also take it to our elbows. If you're doing this straight-legged and it bothers your back, make sure you go down to your knees. Okay, from here we can also do the same thing with our body straight. Again, just the exercise of holding your weight is good weight-bearing exercise. From there, if we go down to our elbow, we're doing the same motion here with our knees off the floor. Now, so we've got the plank. The push-up can be done the same way. If we're doing a push-up, we want to be lifting the weight of our thighs, our hips, and our buttocks along with our upper body. So from here, taking the whole body down as close as you can. Now, it doesn't matter if you can do 1 push-up, 2 push-ups, or 10. Just doing some push-ups. Maybe do a couple push-ups if you're just starting, and then for the rest of a count of maybe 8 to 10, hold your weight up. Okay, just hold your weight in this position. Again, the push-up, same thing. If we want to bring our knees off of the floor, then we can certainly do a full push-up as well. Now, the next 2 exercises I'm going to show you, the first one is called a burpee. You've probably seen this from gym classes a long time ago, and gym classes years and years ago, I can remember when I was in high school, we worked the whole body. Okay, I'm not sure what kids are doing in gym classes now, but I see a lot of young people who would struggle to do what I'm showing you here. Okay, the burpee exercise, very simply, we take our hands down to the floor, take our feet back, bring our legs back up again, and then stand back up. And again, just the motion of moving the entire body, bringing it back up to standing position, the going down, the getting up, down and up, really puts a lot of work on the heart, a lot of work on the breathing. Now I'm going to take you down and do something for the abdomen as well. This one is called a Michigan sit-up. We want to take care of the front. It makes the back stronger, so no back injury, no back pain. Makes the hips in this whole area, this whole core area from the upper thigh to the lower back and everything in between. Very important we keep that strong. So here's what a Michigan sit-up looks like. A couple different varieties of this. One, you can keep one leg on the floor, bend the other one over the top. Hands would be to the sides of your head. Now we're going to lift the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. As we come up, think about exhale. So squeeze. Take it down, let those elbows touch the floor. Lift up again. Oh, breathe out. And then take it down. Okay? So now, I'm going to take these exercises and we're going to speed them up for you. Okay, so that you can see how you can get your heart going. Now, as I get going, I'm going to still talk to you, but at the end of it, I might be breathing a little bit harder, but that's okay, because I'll be breathing effectively. So the speech might have to take a couple good deep breaths, but we're going to get there. So here we are. We're going to start off fast now. Go with the sprinting. Okay, so here we come. Okay, the whole time again. If I concentrate on anything, I like to concentrate on my form, keeping my back straight, and I'm always concentrating on my breathing. So again, the time, you can do this for as long as you like. When you first start, probably a good idea, not quite as long. Okay, now from here, going into the boxing. Now again, I'm going to move my feet and my head a little bit. Your hands can be very loose. You don't want them tight. Relax them. Now I'm going to move my front foot in, because when I move my front foot in, more powerful. Okay? I can double my punch. I can triple my punch, but I'm moving my feet, breathing deep, and going to the other side as well. So one side gets to work. I want to even it out. breathing, a little feigning. So like you're moving with your shadow, trying to fake out your shadow. Good luck if you can do that, because then you've really got it made. Back to the floor. Okay? So from here, let's get 10 push-ups. Again, you do what you can. Good, and then back up again. I'm going to go right into the burpee. Good, and then down to the floor. We'll get 5 Michigan sit-ups. We'll do them on either side, 5 on each side. Good, and then switching. Now one other thing you can do to make this a little more difficult, if you'd like, is raise this leg up and do it that way. And then from there, you bring yourself back up again, and you can just start right into repeating the same routine that you just did. So you can put the time, any time at all, onto each of those exercises. It's up to you. It's up to what you can do right now. But as time goes on, trust me on this, if you repeat this for one time through, once a day for the first week, by the second week, you'll be able to do longer and harder. And eventually over time, you're going to take your stamina, your endurance, and your good health to some exciting new levels. Once again, my name is Fred Nicholas. If you'd like to get some more information, see some more of my videos, go to my YouTube channel, Fred Nicholas. Also Google me, you'll find some more information there. But today I'd also like to give you a free workout. It's a free 5-step cardio core blast workout, and it's at my website. It's at combatendurancetraining.com. So when we're done here, go ahead and go to the site. Good luck to you. I know you can do this. It's well worth your time. After we're done, please go to the website, combatendurancetraining.com, and get your free gift. Good luck. We'll see you again.